At 0214 local time, a Russian drone operator just across the border watches 6 telemetry tracks cross into Ukrainian airspace. The thermal signatures of 6 Shahed attack drones materialize on his forward radar net, flying in a tight echelon formation exactly 20 meters above the freezing tree line. They are moving at 180 kilometers per hour, utilizing terrain masking to slip perfectly beneath the engagement envelopes of stationary surface-to-air missile batteries. The operator feels confident, knowing his swarm is practically invisible to the billion-dollar Patriot systems guarding the region. Unknown to that operator, his drones are not slipping through a gap in the radar network. They are flying directly into a multi-layered aerial trap that even the Pentagon has not fully replicated, a trap that will ultimately end in a blind-angle autonomous execution inside a frozen riverbed. The Ukrainian command center does not scramble expensive fighter jets or power up high-value missile radars. Instead, they activate a shadow network of repurposed aviation assets that operate entirely off the grid, waiting in the freezing darkness for the swarm to cross the critical threshold. The Russian operational playbook is built entirely around a brutal mathematical equation designed to bankrupt the defending forces. The logic is simple and vicious. Force the enemy to fire a $3 million interceptor missile to destroy a loitering munition that only costs $50,000 to manufacture. If the defenders shoot, they bankrupt their own defense budget and deplete their magazine depth. If they hold their fire, the drones strike critical energy infrastructure and plunge entire cities into darkness. It is an economic hostage situation disguised as an air assault. But the Ukrainian planners understand that you cannot win a war of attrition by throwing gold coins at incoming rocks. They needed an interceptor platform that was cheaper to operate than the drones it was hunting, something that could loiter for hours without burning through expensive jet fuel. Their answer was not a sophisticated 5th-generation stealth fighter or a newly imported surface-to-air missile battery. Instead, an Antonov An-28, a twin-engine turboprop utility transport aircraft originally built decades ago, is already loitering in the dark airspace directly ahead of the incoming swarm. It receives the intercept vector in total radio silence, operating as a silent predator in a sector the enemy believes is undefended. The physical reality of operating this repurposed aircraft is harsh, demanding absolute discipline from the volunteer crew sitting in the back. The pilot aggressively banks the twin turboprop utility aircraft, diving slightly to perfectly match the incoming drone's altitude and speed in the pitch-black sky. The Antonov An-28 runs completely dark, without a single external strobe or navigation light illuminating its vintage airframe. It is a ghost ship flying entirely by instruments. Inside the freezing, unpressurized cabin, the crew watches the approaching swarm resolve on a glowing infrared feed, wired directly to an external camera pod mounted on the fuselage. It is the electronic equivalent of looking through a keyhole into a dark room while wearing night vision goggles. Every thermal anomaly blooms violently on the screen, translating the frozen landscape below into a topography of heat signatures. The lead Shahed drone finally enters the visual window, its rear-mounted gasoline engine burning bright white on the thermal display like a beacon begging to be engaged. The crew does not have the luxury of automated fire control systems or radar locks. They are relying entirely on manual precision and raw mechanical volume to achieve their kill. The gunner steps directly to the open cabin door, bracing his boots against the vibrating floorboards as freezing wind violently whips through the interior. Mounted on a heavily reinforced pivot arm bolted to the airframe is a 7.62mm letter M 134 minigun. This is not a precision sniper rifle. It is an area denial weapon capable of flooding a specific airspace with lethal kinetic energy. The weapon operates via an external electrical power source, rotating its 6 barrels to sustain a rate of fire that would melt a conventional machine gun in seconds. Pilot stabilizes the aircraft, flying perfectly parallel to the threat axis and matching the 180 km/h speed of the loitering munition. The gunner adjusts his night vision goggles, peering through the darkness until the exhaust heat of the Shahed aligns with his iron sights. The distance between the aircraft and the drone is perilously short, leaving zero margin for error if the drone alters its flight path or detonates prematurely. The command to engage is given not over a radio, but with a simple tap on the gunner's shoulder. He tightens his grip on the spade handles and prepares to unleash a mathematical anomaly into the night sky. The gunner violently depresses the spade grips, and a blinding burst of 50 rounds per second instantly cuts across the dark void between the aircraft and the target. The sound inside the cabin is deafening, a continuous mechanical roar that drowns out the twin turboprop engines. A solid stream of depleted uranium and bright tracer fire intersects the drone's flight path, essentially erecting a wall of metal in the exact space the drone is trying to occupy. A flying chainsaw that costs merely a few $100s per trigger pull is about to absolutely shred the $50,000 loitering munition. The lead drone flies directly into the stream and violently disintegrates midair, its delta-wing flight surfaces instantly shattering into a massive cloud of fiberglass confetti. The explosive warhead in its nose is compromised, detonating harmlessly in the empty sky rather than against a power plant. Burning composite materials and ignited aviation fuel violently scatter across the empty agricultural fields below, delivering an immediate and catastrophic loss to the Russian operator's screen back across the border. The first engagement is a complete success, but the sudden removal of the lead unit instantly triggers a dangerous chain reaction. The sudden and violent loss of the lead unit forces the remaining 5 drones into a pre-programmed evasive maneuver designed to overwhelm local defenses. The Russian flight algorithms instantly break the tight echelon formation, rapidly fanning out the swarm and accelerating to maximum cruising speed to saturate the airspace. Inside the Antonov An-28, the tactical geometry completely breaks down. The vintage utility aircraft simply cannot maneuver fast enough to perfectly align the side-firing minigun for a second pass before the scattered swarm crosses the city's outer defensive perimeter. The engagement window is rapidly collapsing, and turning the heavy airframe to chase a diverging target would bleed too much speed, allowing the others to leak through toward the civilian population center. The gunner releases the spade grips, knowing the manual kinetic window has permanently closed. The Russian operator, watching his screen hundreds of kilometers away, likely assumes the lumbering cargo plane has exhausted its usefulness. But the Ukrainian crew is not retreating. They are merely shifting their engagement to a completely different technological tier. The pilot aggressively levels the aircraft, instantly abandoning the gun run and setting the stage for a weapon system that the Russian swarm designers never anticipated encountering midair. The weapon officer positioned in the cabin immediately cycles the release mechanism for the custom-fabricated underwing hardpoints. 2-letter P 1-Sun interceptor drones instantly drop from the aircraft, falling away into the freezing darkness. If these interceptors had been launched from the ground, they would have to burn precious battery life and time fighting gravity to climb thousands of feet just to match the altitude of their targets. But because they are released at altitude from a loitering airborne platform, they completely bypass the slow, agonizing ascent of a traditional ground launch. The moment they clear the slipstream of the Antonov An-28, they instantly ignite their internal electric motors. They accelerate violently to an incredible speed of 450 kilometers per hour, streaking out ahead of the utility aircraft like 2 arrows fired from a crossbow. These 3-dimensional printed interceptors cost roughly $1,000 each, an absolute fraction of the $50,000 loitering munitions they are hunting. They do not rely on expensive jet fuel or complex radar arrays. They are essentially flying bullet interceptors, relying on raw speed and kinetic energy, heavily altering the financial math of drone warfare in real time. The extreme speed differential means the distance between the letter P 1-Sun interceptors and the fleeing Shahed drones closes in mere seconds. The interceptors streak across the night sky, their onboard optics continuously refining the intercept vector without requiring any human input from the Antonov An-28 crew. They are fire-and-forget kinetic projectiles unleashed into a target-rich environment. As the interceptors perfectly intersect the flight paths of 2 evading, loitering munitions, their proximity fuses trigger simultaneously. 2 distinct directional blasts violently tear through the night air, sending high-velocity shrapnel straight through the unprotected engine blocks of the Russian drones. 2 more Shaheds instantly drop from the sky, their fiery wreckage tumbling down into the snowy fields below. The radar picture on the command center screens suddenly clears up, dropping from 6 hostile tracks down to just 3. The intercept cost the Ukrainian defenders exactly $2,000, eliminating $100,000 of Russian hardware in less than 20 seconds. But the battlefield geometry is continuously shifting, and the 3 remaining targets are aggressively pushing toward the city limits. The 3 surviving targets are dangerously close to breaching the final defensive perimeter. The Antonov An-28 crew watches the infrared feed as 2 of the remaining drones maintain their high altitude, completely exposing themselves to the layered ground defenses ahead. The crew intentionally ignores these 2 higher altitude stragglers, perfectly calculating that the stationary anti-aircraft artillery batteries and mobile fire teams waiting near the city will easily shred them. However, the final drone abruptly alters its flight path, dropping into a punishingly steep dive. It utilizes a narrow, winding river valley to aggressively break the line of sight and totally evade radar pursuit. Flying at a dangerously low altitude, the drone attempts to perfectly thread the needle between the rolling hills, masking its thermal signature against the complex terrain of the riverbed. This low-level leaker is the exact type of threat that consistently slips past billion-dollar radar arrays, disappearing into the ground clutter like a ghost. The vintage utility plane is far too large and slow to chase the nimble loitering munition down into the treacherous valley. Crew must commit their final, most advanced asset to prevent the drone from striking its target. The pilot focuses entirely on the low-level leaker, tearing through the winding river valley. The vintage utility aircraft cannot descend into that treacherous terrain without risking an immediate and catastrophic collision with the rocky cliffs. The crew must commit their final and most sophisticated asset to prevent the loitering munition from successfully breaching the final defensive line. The pilot reaches for the weapons console and decisively triggers the final underwing hardpoint. A Merops AS-3 Surveyor interceptor drone immediately falls heavily from the wing, tumbling for a split second before its internal systems violently wake up in the freezing air. This is not a cheap, 3-dimensional printed foam dart like the previous interceptors. This is a $15,000 piece of advanced aerial hunter-killer technology designed by a California defense company specifically for this exact nightmare scenario. It requires absolutely no continuous data link to a human operator, and it does not need GPS satellites to tell it where the target is located. Its onboard artificial intelligence brain assumes total control the precise moment it clears the launch rail, instantly calculating the complex intercept geometry required to catch a fleeing target inside a geographically confined space. The Merops AS-3 Surveyor immediately banks sharply and aggressively, dives directly down into the dark river valley, accelerating rapidly to its maximum pursuit speed of 280 kilometers per hour. The internal optical sensors and artificial intelligence guidance systems continuously scan the jagged terrain, instantly building a real-time 3-dimensional map of the riverbed to avoid smashing into the towering tree lines or rocky outcroppings. Unlike a human pilot who might hesitate or suffer from spatial disorientation in the pitch-black valley, the onboard computer operates with cold, mathematical precision. It hunts the fading thermal signature of the Shahed drone's exhaust, predicting its evasive path through the winding river gorge with absolute certainty. The target is entirely oblivious to the fact that an autonomous predator is rapidly closing the distance from above and behind. For the Russian operator hundreds of kilometers away, the telemetry still shows a clean flight path toward the city, completely unaware that a highly sophisticated robotic interceptor has just been unleashed into his drone's blind spot. The ensuing aerial chase through the winding valley lasts exactly 14 agonizing seconds. The Merops AS-3 Surveyor systematically cuts every corner of the riverbed, continuously optimizing its flight path to bleed away the distance between itself and the Russian loitering munition. When the Shahed banks left to follow the natural curve of the icy river, the interceptor aggressively climbs and drops perfectly into the inside track, shaving critical seconds off the pursuit timeline. Every single microsecond of flight is dictated by a brutal algorithm designed to achieve maximum kinetic intersection. Artificial intelligence does not experience fear, fatigue, or the immense gravitational forces tearing at its composite airframe. It merely processes the thermal bloom of the target engine growing steadily larger in its optical sensors, confirming that the intercept geometry is flawlessly locked. The distance collapses from thousands of meters down to mere hundreds, and then down to dozens. The target drone is flying blindly forward at 180 kilometers per hour, fundamentally incapable of detecting the localized threat rapidly overtaking its position from the rear quarter. With only 2 seconds remaining until the calculated impact, the Merops AS-3 Surveyor overtakes the Shahed from a completely blind angle tucked deep within the frozen riverbed. The interceptor slips perfectly underneath the enemy drone's radar horizon, positioning itself directly adjacent to the exposed gasoline engine block of the Russian munition. The onboard artificial intelligence validates the target proximity and immediately authorizes the terminal sequence. The 2-kilogram high-explosive warhead packed inside the interceptor detonates with absolute precision directly against the target's engine block and fuel lines. A violent, dull flash of bright orange instantly illuminates the freezing water and rocky cliffs below, completely evaporating the rear section of the Shahed drone in a fraction of a millisecond. The targeted munition instantly loses all thrust and aerodynamic stability, spinning wildly out of control before violently smashing into the icy riverbank at maximum velocity. The secondary explosion of the Russian payload echoes deeply through the valley, confirming the total kinetic destruction of the threat long before it could ever reach the city's critical power grid infrastructure. High above the valley floor, the massive shock wave of the detonation faintly registers on the Antonov An-28's external acoustic sensors. Inside the freezing, unpressurized cabin, the crew intensely watches the glowing infrared feed as the final hostile thermal signature violently flickers and completely vanishes from the screen. The radar picture inside the regional command center instantly clears, transforming from a highly chaotic board of inbound threats back to a completely empty airspace. The Ukrainian air traffic controllers quickly relay the confirmation of the kill to the utility aircraft's crew, verifying that the entire swarm has been systematically dismantled layer by layer. The most crucial victory of the night is not just the physical destruction of the loitering munitions, but the staggering financial reality of how it was achieved. The layered defense network surrounding the targeted city remained completely dormant throughout the entire engagement. The high-value surface-to-air missiles, costing millions of dollars each, remained perfectly unspent and resting silently inside their launch tubes, securely reserved for actual cruise missiles and supersonic fighter jets. The Antonov An-28 pilot calmly banks the vintage utility plane and gently climbs right back into its designated loiter pattern high above the frozen Ukrainian landscape. The aircraft's large fuel tanks still hold nearly 3 hours of capacity, allowing the crew to maintain their standing anti-drone patrol over the strategic corridor without needing to return to base. They successfully intercepted an entire swarm of deadly munitions using a combination of a door-mounted machine gun, a pair of $1,000 flying bullets, and a single artificially intelligent hunter-killer drone. The Russian military planners desperately designed these massive drone swarms to break the Pentagon's checkbook, forcing defenders to bankrupt themselves by firing premium interceptors at cheap fiberglass targets. But they entirely failed to account for a military force resourceful enough to turn an obsolete, decades-old transport plane into an airborne drone-launching mothership. Every single time a swarm is launched, the Russian operators expect to slowly drain the defenders' expensive missile reserves. Instead, their loitering munitions are continuously being shredded in the dark by a network of flying chainsaws and robotic hunters that cost a fraction of the price.